Learning more tonight about a 60-year-old woman who was in New Hanover County's jail charged with robbing a bank last Thursday near Monkey Junction.
Investigators say Rhonda West used a gun to threaten a teller before getting away with more than $5,000 from the state employees credit union on Sanders Road. WCT's Delaney Tarpley went to court for Rhonda West's first appearance in front of a judge. Delaney, West doesn't seem like your typical bank robber.
You would be right to say that, Daniela, because according to the FBI, women made up just 6% of bank robbers across the country 2 years ago. But bank robbery isn't the only charge West is facing. Police say when they found West, she also had methamphetamine and marijuana, adding new drug charges to the list West already has on her record.
60-year-old Rhonda West facing a judge in New Hanover County Court Thursday. West is charged with felony robbery with a dangerous weapon. Investigators say West walked into the state employees credit union on Sanders Road last Thursday and threatened the teller with a gun. They say she got away with a grand total of $5,440. Our crews spotted investigators and canines searching along Carolina Beach Road. They released these security images later that night. Fast forward to this past Wednesday. Investigators say they found West and took her into custody. They say she had meth and pot, leading to 5 additional drug charges on top of the robbery charge. Records show they are not the first drug charges West has faced in her lifetime. In 2022, West was also charged with possession of meth and marijuana. And since 2003, we found 15 charges of obtaining a controlled substance through dishonesty, fraud, and forgery. Those charges coming out of both Pender County and New Hanover County. Because of her extensive criminal history, prosecutors argued for a $100,000 bond. The defense argued West's latest offense was 3 years ago, and she has shown up for every one of her court appearances. The judge settled on a $50,000 secured bond for the robbery charge and a $1,500 bond for the drug charges. If West bonds out of jail, she'll have to wear an electric monitor and have a curfew.
West is expected back in court on November 6th for both the drug charges and the felony robbery charge. Live in the newsroom, Delaney Tarpley, WECT News.